Hi everyone, Stephanie with Mama Bear Ink. Welcome back to my YouTube channel for another card making video. If this is your first visit, thank you very much and I hope you'll consider subscribing. Today's card is fairly simple, only I messed it up. I wanted a shimmery background for my snowflakes, and so I tried using this glimmer mist, which got the paper all wet and warped it. And so I needed to find a better alternative. I still want the shimmery background, but I needed to find a better alternative. And of course, Stampin' Up! Has one. How about shimmery white paper? And I don't know if you can see this on camera, but the paper already has the same effect that spraying something on it would give you, and it doesn't warp. So I cut my card base from the shimmery white paper, and I just cut it 11 by 4 1/4 and scored it at 5 1/2, and it gave me a standard A2 top folding card to do our stamping on today. And this is just about a 1-layer card. We just have couple little embellishments that go on top. But the stamp sets I'm going to be using today to make the card, we're going to be using this large snowflake image from Holly Jolly Greetings. And we're also going to be using these two kind of retro star images from Jolly Christmas. And I'm going to use a little bit of a different color scheme today. We're going to use Tempting Turquoise, Wild Wasabi, and Rose Red, as opposed to Soft Sky, Real Red, or Cherry Cobbler, and Garden Green, which are the normal colors for Christmas, I think. We're going to start out by stamping our largest snowflake in the Tempting Turquoise. So I have that mounted up here on a clear block, and I'm just going to stamp it 3 times, like in the example. So up here in this corner, because our stamping is going to go diagonally down the card from left to right. And then again down here in this corner. And oh, this paper is so pretty. It is a little bit slippery though, so watch when you're stamping that you just go straight down and straight up. All right, that's going to do it for our large snowflake. Now we're going to move on to our largest retro star image in Rose Red ink. And we're going to stamp this 3 times. So let's go 1 here, 1 here, and let's see, 1 here. Just kind of off to the side. Okay. And then we're going to take our smallest retro star image in Wild Wasabi ink, and we're going to stamp this little guy 5 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right. So that concludes the stamping portion of our project. Now we need to work on our greeting. And our greeting has been created using the Greetings Thinlits dies. And these are available in our annual catalog, and I will have a link to them on my blog. But there's 3 greetings in this set. Thanks, hello, and cheers. We're going to be using the cheers greeting today. If I can pick it up, there we go. What we are going to do is to take a piece of basic gray cardstock, and we are going to cut this cheers greeting out of basic gray cardstock 3 times. So we'll just create our Big Shot sandwich and run it through our Big Shot 3 separate times to get 3 little die cuts. And so I've done that ahead of time just to save some time. And now we have our 3 little cheers, and we're going to create a dimensional embellishment with them. And in order to do that, we need to glue them together. So I'm going to be using my handy dandy 2-way glue pen here, just because it's pretty easy to get into small spaces and get enough glue on it so that it all sticks together. And we're just going to start stacking these one on top of each other. Now you can do 3, you can do 5, or you can just leave it as 1. It's completely up to you for the look that you're going for. All right, so we have our dimensional sentiment all set to go. This is 3 layers of the Cheers die cut in basic gray. And now, because I'm just kind of, I really just wanted some bling on this card, I am going to bring in my Dazzling Diamonds glitter. And I'm going to get some tweezers because otherwise I will make a mess. And we're going to coat this, the top layer, with our two-way glue pen once again. And I'm going to do the whole thing here. And I'm going to take my tweezers and just kind of get into the smallest space that I can. And I'm going to dunk it in the glitter, just like that. All right, so we have our glittery Cheers, woo, and we're going to bring our stamped card base back in at this point. And we need to add our Cheers to the front of the card, which I want to do kind of right there across the center where I left some space. And the first thing that we're going to do is add some silver metallic baker's twine. And I will, this is available in our annual catalog, and I will have a link to it on my blog again. And we want to wrap this around the card a couple of times and tie a bow kind of over here on the left-hand side. So that's where I'm going to start my baker's twine. There's 2 and 3, and we'll bring it back around. And snip. All right. And so now we'll take our ends and tie a bow. All right, and we have our twine around our card, and now it is time to adhere our Cheers. If I can get it picked up. And we're going to put that kind of, let's move our baker's twine down, because we know we want our Cheers to be about right there. So we'll move our twine down, just kind of get it centered up the way we like. Okay, and we're going to use some more two-way glue pen, because it's little and it works. And I'm going to bring in my tweezers once again. And there we go. Now we have our glittery Cheers placed on the front of our card. And the last step is I'm going to bring in our bright sequin assortment. And there is kind of, I think there's sort of, good gracious, they're jumping all over the place. There's sort of some pinky sequins in here that go with the rose red. And we will use our fine tip glue pen to place our sequins on our card. And once again, remember, yes, this is a fine tip, but a lot of glue can come out in a hurry if you're not paying attention. Okay, so we're going to put one sequin here. Have our sequins in place, and that is going to finish off today's nearly 1-layer Christmas card. Thank you very much for joining me. I've enjoyed spending time with you today, and I look forward to doing so again soon. Take care.